Alright guys, this is going to be my first YouTube video here, so it might be a little choppy. I apologize. I don't really do too many reviews. I've never actually even done a review. It's going to be my first review here. This is going to actually want to review for a while now, but I actually want to get 500 out, or about 500 rounds down the barrel there before I even bother doing a review, because I know a lot of guys out there will do a tabletop review and they won't have a round through the gun. I don't want to do that. I want to at least give you a decent review of a gun that's been fired a few times. So here it is. Isn't it a beaut? Oh, Sig Sauer 1911 Scorpion. This gun was safety checked prior to this video, so a lot of the safety nuts out there, don't worry, we're clear, guarantee it. Let's just set that over there for a minute, get this box out of there. What do you get with the Sig Scorpion? Well, you get 2 Sig mags here. You get your little chamber flag. You got your little Sig lube they give you there. Let's see here. Obviously your lock, your information, buyer's guide, all that good stuff. The NRA pamphlet. Yeah, paid $900 for this thing. Pretty good price if you ask me. I've seen these running from right around $850 to anywhere between $850 and $1,100, and I don't think I got a bad deal at that price there, especially for what you get with this gun. Now I'm gonna set this camera down here. I'll try to set this gun up, and we'll get to a little bit further review here, but I'll give you a quick sweep over this thing. Golly, she's a beaut. Alright. Now what do you get from this gun? I'm going to go over that here with you. First off, let's start up the front here. You got these slight serrations up here up front, so you can do press check. Kind of nice. I wish they would have gone up a little bit further, but you know, with the Sig slide here, they kind of cut that back so that they really don't have room to run up there. For a little bit longer serrations would have been nice, I guess. Not a big deal, not a huge complaint, but it's a nice little feature to have up front there. Then you also have your Picatinny rail mounted up underneath there. Great for adding lights, lasers, whatever you want to add on there. I'm just going to leave it alone, leave it the way it is. Kind of looks tactical. Yes, I know, the evil word of tactical. Also, as we go back a little bit further there, we got a match grade trigger. It's the flat trigger. Not a lot of people like that flat trigger, but I find it easier just to, you're not searching where your finger feels good. You're just kind of, it feels good all over the trigger, up, down, top, bottom, no matter where you put it. It's going to be the same feeling all over there. Now Sig did a really good job with this checker in here, good enough to make your hand a little raw after around 200 rounds. But I'm kind of a pansy, got soft hands, but I still like it. It's a feature you don't see on a lot of the little bit more expensive guns, but Sig gives that to you as well. Well, not gives it to you, but you still get it. G10 grips, kind of make it nice, going down to a mag well there. You got the G10 grip also extends into the mainspring housing. With this, you get a nice beaver tail grip safety. You're also going to get a stainless steel hammer, skeletonized hammer. You also get the Sig night sights. If not the Sig night sights, some of these actually come with the Trijicon night sights. The difference between that is you'll see with the Trijicon, you'll see a little bit of serration on the side, and they'll have the Trijicon name on them. I mean, Sig just every once in a while they decide to throw them on this one and that one, but the one I got has the regular Sig night sights on it. Stainless steel match barrel. that's pretty much it. Doing a quick loop around the gun there. Let's take a look at some of these features here. Let's start with these night sights. If you can see that there, they're actually lighting up there. But those are SIG night sights. Pretty dang bright at night. You know, every new kid when he gets a toy has to turn off the lights and see if those night sights work. And I've done it. They work great. The barrel is a stainless steel match barrel. With this, you also get a slightly extended slide release. And kind of a nice feature. I don't know if I have short thumbs or what it is, but anytime I have a 1911, it's hard for me to reach that slide release. But with this one, I just have enough there just to get to it. If you can see it there. Just enough there to get to it. To release that slide. Going back there, we got extended ambidextrous safety. It's not like some of the ambidextrous safeties out there with the lever going into the grip there on this one. It does not have that, but it's slightly extended on both sides, if you can see that there. Your skeletonized hammer, nice little stainless steel skeletonized hammer there. And the beaver tail, which is kind of an odd shaped beaver tail, but going with that ambidextrous safety, it actually works out in your favor, because if you look at it here from the top, it's got like little notches shaved into it where most 1911s don't have that. And going to that safety, that little notch fits right to where your thumb is. And it actually, to me, it feels pretty good, because most 1911s come out there and they start rubbing where my finger comes up there and hits that beaver tail. But this one, I don't get that. Kind of a nice little thing to have there. Oh, what else did I cover? This flat trigger. The dreaded flat trigger. I don't know. I like it. Some people may not like it. I thoroughly like it. I'm not going to change it. It feels great. But hey, you might be one of those people out there that hate it. Alright, now we head up to, if you see it there, well, you should be able to see it there, the external extractor. Now, here's where the 1911 purists come in and call SIG, and they're saying that's not true 1911. In essence, it's not really to the design of the original 1911. The external extractor, in my opinion, it works pretty good. A lot of people say they had problems with it extracting. I haven't had an issue yet with it. It's only been 500 rounds, so the more I shoot it, the more I may have a problem with it. I don't know. But as of right now, I haven't had any issues with it. I'm starting to prefer this more than some of my other 1911s, because this will actually pull the casing out of the slide and kick it to the right. Where a lot of my other 1911s seem to kick it straight up over my head, or just slightly to the right over my head, or directly into my forehead. It always seems I catch one with a standard 1911 extractor. There's that. These G10 grips, man, I tell you, these things really, they do what they're supposed to do. You get your hand in there and it ain't moving. I love it. But these things are actually really neat. Kind of an OD green mixed in with that flat dark earth. It's just a cool look. And then it continues on, like I said earlier, to that main spring housing is actually made out of the same stuff. And all of that combines to make your magwell for this. So you don't have a separate magwell piece. You actually have 3 pieces, your 2 grips and your mainspring housing, making your own magwell. You also have your extended mag release, which is kind of cool. You can tell it's a little bit thicker than your average mag release there. But overall, I really like this gun. I haven't had any disappointment with it. Set it up there for you. The only complaints that I have with this gun, and they're not huge complaints, they're just me being a little whiner. First off, the guide rod. It's a 2-piece guide rod that they use in this. And after 200 rounds, I took it apart and cleaned it. And I noticed that the 2-piece guide rod that they use, the base was starting to unscrew. And it's a screw-in type. So, I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I just looked at it. I noticed it. Just, if you ever do get one of these, check one of them when they come out and take it apart and just throw some thread locker in there and screw it back together. And I haven't had an issue with it since. I don't know why they use a 2-piece. I don't get it. I don't know why they can't just throw like 1 piece in there, but they do use a 2-piece. I did add a Wilson Combat buffer in there. And another thing is, I don't know how this Cerakote's going to hold up in a holster. I have never had any experience with Cerakote. Maybe some of you out there have. But on this, if you notice, just from being in the box, there's just a little nick there. Nothing too drastic. I'm just a whiner. My only complaint. If that's my only complaint, then I think I'm doing alright. This gun's gonna get used. It's gonna get more chips and dings in it. So I'm not too worried about it. It is a stainless steel slide, I believe it's stainless steel frame. I am not 100% sure on that, but I know it is a stainless steel slide. But these are very good shooters. It's got a lot of weight to it. There's not a lot of muzzle rise. It's the 45 round. It's just a slow round. Nice soft round. But that's pretty much the gist of this gun. I mean, I can't tell you to go out and get one, and I can't tell you not to go out and get one. They are just your own taste. I do really like this thing. I'm completely pleased with it. I thought Sig did a really good job with it. That's why I've been drooling over one of these for 3 years now. So, finally got it. I'm super happy with it. No complaints here, and happy shooting, guys.